That means there are at least one element of the list. So how that picture will come then? The picture will be, suppose this is the first node in the list which is stored at location 100. And this is data part stored in 100 and the next part is 102. Suppose this is the only element in the list that is being stored and this is pointed to by head pointer which is stored at location 2000 and suppose 1000 and it contains the address of the head node of the list which is 100. And there is a double pointer which is head ptr. Suppose the location of this head pointer equals to 2000 which is containing the address of this pointer, that means 1000. Now as we are, which is pointing to this pointer. Now as we are changing this head pointer, because we are inserting at the beginning, so every time the head pointer will be changed. And to reflect this change, we need this double pointer. To reflect this change outside of this function add at the beginning, we need a double pointer. That's why we have used double pointer here. Now this is the new node which will be stored. Suppose the data num value will be stored here, which is at location 50 and next part is 52. So there is a, suppose, variable pointer which is stored node pointer which is containing the data 50. That means it is pointing to the new node which is stored at location 3000. Okay, and it is given the name node pointer, this pointer variable. Now this link will be broken because this node will be inserted at the first, that means as the head node of the list. Now instead of 1000, it should contain the address of this node which is equals to 50. So when this is done, then this link is established. That means this will point to this node. But what about this? This node should be in the list. So this part, that is new node, next part will point to this the node which previously was head node in the list. This will point to this previous head node of the list. If this is done, this link will be broken by establishing these two links. If this is done, then the list will become like this. Suppose this is the head pointer which will now contain the address of the first node in the list, and this head pointer is stored at location 1000. Now it will be pointing to this node where the value num is stored, this 50 and 52. Now this will point to the previous head node of the list which is at location 100, 102, and this will be as it is, and there will be a double pointer. There is no change in head pointer. It only contains the address of this pointer where the value is being changed only. Value within in this address is being changed. So suppose this was previously as it is at this location 2000. So how to implement this? Before it was this, now you have to do in this way. So what you have to do, else part means that the list contains at least one item. So first we have to allocate to memory for this new node. So how it can be done? Now we will call the function malloc. We will call the function malloc, which is of size struct node, and the pointer will be returned to this variable node pointer equals to this. After allocating memory, its data part, new node data part will store the value num which we want to add in the list, the data. So that will be accessed by this pointer, node pointer data equals to, it will be num, and then the node pointer next part will contain the address of the previous head node of the list which is stored in this variable head pointer. That means how to access this variable? By this double pointer we are accessing this variable. That is, value stored at location 1000 is the address of the previous node of the list. So that will be given node pointer next. Now will contain the what? Now value at location head pointer. That means value at location 1000, which was previously 100. That will be stored in this new node next part, because this new node will be first, then previous head node will come. And there should be how to establish this link by this statement, that is node pointer next equals to value at location head pointer. This link is getting established. But how to establish the link? Now this head pointer will now store the value of node pointer. Then this link will be established. So what we will do? Now value at location head pointer will now contain the value of node pointer. So if this is done, then the node will be inserted and automatically at the beginning of the linked list. So if we see the total program, it is very clear that void add at the beginning we are passing a double pointer which is pointing to the pointer of the head node of the list, and the value we want to insert in the list. Then if value at location head pointer equals to null, that means when the list is null, then this operation to be done, and if the list is not null, so this operation to be done. So we have implemented. So how to add a new node at the beginning of the list. Now what we will do, we will write the C code for it. Already we have written C code here. This will be implemented on the machine, and we will check whether by using this function, suppose we want to insert 10. Initially the list is empty, so how this can be done, that how this instruction to be given to the program that insert 10 at the beginning of the list. For that we have to call the function add at beginning, and in the main function I have to declare a pointer struct node. This is head pointer which is pointing to the head node of the list. Initially this is equals to null, and as this is head pointer getting changed, we have